Welcome back, everyone. Please ping me in chat if you're able to hear my voice. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am, you're audible.
We'll give couple of minutes for others to join. We'll start at 7:02 exactly. Is that fine?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, we'll begin then. Let others join. Meanwhile, welcome back, everyone, to Fundamentals of Full Stack Development course from ExcelR. Today happens to be day 2 of our course. If you're new to this meeting, if you have missed day 1 class, you will be given with a recorded session, and even without attending day 1 class, you should be able to understand whatever I'm covering in the day 2 course. Okay. I will share my screen. Let's see what we covered yesterday. Let's recap. Is my screen visible? Please say yes or no.
Yes, ma'am,
Are
your
you?
screen is full.
Yes. Okay. So yesterday we saw what is full stack development, what technologies you require or what skills you require to become full stack developer, and what is backend, what is front end, and what is database we saw. And then we started with what we are going to cover as part of front end development. We started with HTML course, and we checked what is HTML, why we need HTML, what is the basic syntax of HTML, tags, and what is the basic structure. And also we got familiar with Visual Studio Code a bit, right? Please say yes or no. Okay, if you have understood the basic structure of HTML, just for the people who has not attended yesterday's session, so basically HTML will be having this root element called HTML tag. So this is the root tag of HTML. And then we will be having two sections, head and body. It provides the information about the document. Whatever we will add it in the head section, right? It will not be visible in the screen. It is just the information about the document. And in the body section, we will add the elements which would be rendered on the page. Okay, whatever you are seeing in the screen, it would be added from this section, body section. And also we have this thing, this is for the HTML version. Clear? If you know this much, you should be able to understand whatever I am covering as part of this today's class. Okay, I will create new notes for day 2. I'll just close day 1 notes. We will be starting with headings in HTML. What is heading? Let's take any example. I will go to Chrome and I will open my favorite website. I think I am taking Amazon example a lot. I can understand. If you see this, whatever you're finding here, it is the heading, right? So for this block, this is the heading. And if you can see it over here also, and you can see it over here, we have this one. These are called headings. If you want to add heading, we will use header tag. Okay. So what is the syntax if you ask me? Header tag will be represented like this. H1 and then heading and then followed by closing tag. Always remember, if you open any of the tag, right, then you should always remember to close it. It's your responsibility. As soon as you open the tag, you should close it. Otherwise, it would be syntactically incorrect. Always remember this. We saw H1 now. So is this the only option available in heading in HTML to represent heading? Answer please. Yes, answer is no. We have 6 heading tags in total, and it would range from 1 to 6. And H1 is the most important heading. That what does that mean if you ask me? It is the biggest one, and H6 is the least important heading. It would be the smallest one. Okay, so let's take an example. I will go to the editor. I will give notes later. First, we'll take an example. I will create new file called heading.html file. You know, right? What is the extension to create the HTML file? Just now I have written. I would have asked you people. What is the file extension for HTML? Please do respond. Very good. Some are saying HTML.html. Yeah, very good. And we'll try to write a basic structure. So what is the basic structure? Please help me. You should tell me in the chat box, okay? First line, what I will be writing. It is VS Code is very intelligent. It is already providing me that option. And then what would be the next line? What is the root element of HTML? HTML tag. Super. And then VS Code automatically, when you open one tag, it is automatically closing it. And then what is the next tag? Yes, head tag. And in head tag, we do have other tags also. Mostly we will use title. And title, I will say heading examples. Okay. And I will just try save this file now. Yes, yesterday I got a few feedbacks. Thank you very much for that. We got good responses. And one of the feedbacks was the size of the screen is small and few people were not able to see it. That I can understand this way. Maybe while I was showing both VS Code and Chrome together, you might have faced that issue. Now tell me, I is my screen is visible and you're able to see this text properly? Please ping me in chat. And those who are facing the issue might be using it from mobile. Can some people who are using mobile can answer this? whether you're facing the issue. I'm asking only those who are using it from the mobile device. In mobile, no. Okay. In mobile, no issues or issue is there. Ma'am, it is visible. I'm using mobile, it is visible. Okay, fine then. I will also increase it a bit. Always remember, guys, as I'm working in the IT industry from past 6 years, always when you are doing front end development, it is better practice to minimize this one and keep VS editor and Chrome side by side. Then it will you can do the development faster. As since it is a class training, what I will be doing is I'm not doing that way. But when you are developing, keep in mind that use side by side view. So it will make your development faster. Okay. Now I just saved it. How to run this file? I have given two options. Please ping me. How we can run HTML file. No answers at all. Is that very difficult? Yeah, two options are available. One is you have to go to the folder and double click on that file. And at that time, what will happen is every time when you save the file, you have to refresh. Another option is running with live server. So right click this file and you'll get an option open with live server. Just click on this. It's here. Why it is not showing anything? Tell me why it is not showing anything. I've added adding examples, right? Why it is not showing anything? Yes, correct. As I said, this ed is only provide the document information. Whatever we will write inside ed will not be rendered in the screen. Okay. Now I will provide body tag. Since we are discussing about headers now, what is the tag we will use? First, I will use H1 and I will say heading 1. See, it is displayed. You might be interested in seeing the difference, how header is different from normal text. So what I will do is I will copy this and say heading from normal content without tag. Okay, we'll see how it looks. See, this is the difference. It is bit larger and also it is highlighted, right? It is in we will use the term, it is bold. Highlight means it, you can see, right? Thickness is more here. We technically call it as bold. So that this is the difference. This is normal content and this is the heading. Heading always should be larger than other content. You can see here, this is heading and this one is normal text. Understood? Say yes or no. I will you should keep on saying that, then only I can understand that you understood that. Okay, now what I will do is I will add H6. Which one would be smaller in size, 1 or 6? Tell me this. I explained also. Yes, smallest one is 6. Let's see the difference. I'll go see how it is looking. And also we'll add the remaining tags as well. So it will range from 1 to 6. I will add heading to guys, since you understood this one, meanwhile you can also try this. You can start coding it. If you have connected from laptop and if you have VS Code installed, please try along with me. So H3 will be heading 3. Just for the reference, I am giving 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 content. Content can be anything, okay? You can use H1 many times. Yes, you can use the same tag as many times you want, okay? There is no restriction on that part. And finally, we have H5. Okay, well, we can easily find out the difference. This is how it looks like. Got it? Yes, somebody is asking, can we use H1 many times? Yes, you can use it. Okay. And in real time, let's see. I'm saying where we will use header tag, right? How we can go to this developer tool? We just have to right click and then inspect. Shortcut is Control Shift I. Okay. And then once you're here, just do Control F. Control F, do Control F so that you can search for the elements. There are many other things, right? Don't worry about it. Okay. There are many other things. Don't worry about it. Now you know H1 tag. Just refer. Okay. We'll see any H1 tag is there. My I can't see anything. Let's see H3. See, whatever we are using here, exclusive offers on travel tickets, it's H2 tag. Okay, we have applied other attributes and all. Don't worry about it. When we will be covering CSS, we will take care of it. You can see here in real time also we are using. If Amazon is using, means in other websites also we will be using it, right? So this is a real time example where we are using headers. Okay. Now I will give notes. You need not to take it right now because anyway I will be sharing this material with you. You can just listen to me and you can just answer to my questions. Okay. To add heading, which tag we will be using? Answer it. Yes. And how many types of heading tags are available in HTML? 6. Very good. And it ranges from yes, it ranges from H1 to H6. Correct. And then which is the smallest one or important one? Yes, H1 is the small. Sorry, I just H1, H6 is the smallest one. And which one is the biggest? I already written it. It is H1. So order, if you have to order headings based on size in descending order, which one will come first? Followed by? I'm saying descending order. So largest will be first and followed by smaller ones. It is this way: H1, H2, H3, H4, H5, H6. Okay. And we'll take this example. I will give this example also in the notes itself. You can refer from this. Clear? Available notes will be provided in the ExcelR web application. In the material section, you should be able to find it out. Okay, then we'll start with the next topic. We have paragraph element Just imagine, if we want our text to stand up, then we will use what? We will use heading. But what if we just want to display some regular text? Which tag we will be using? Yes, somebody is answering it as p tag S. We use paragraph element for that. In real time also, let's try to understand where we are using paragraph. You know how you can search for the element now. Let's try to find the element. Okay, it would be, let's go to some other website. Here I can see more references. I'll go to W3 schools. You're not, you're, I think you're familiar with W3 schools, right? So here I will search for this. See, whatever we are seeing this here, the language for building web pages, it is a paragraph tag. If you consider HTML, HTML is heading, okay? And this one is paragraph. Now let's try to take some example. With that, we can try to understand it more. What I will be doing is, for the same file, I will just create one more file called, in the same folder, I will create one more file called paragraph.html. And I will create basic structure. How I created this one? You want to know like how I created this one in single, like in a second? What you have to do is, I'll just clear the content. What you have to do is just click on the exclamatory, just type exclamatory mark and then tab. This will give you the basic structure of HTML. Okay. Since you are not familiar with this tags, I will suggest you to type everything. But if you feel you are already having some basic knowledge of HTML, then you can go with this. Okay, go with this shortcut. And I will say here paragraph. We'll take simple paragraph from web. I'll say dummy paragraph for HTML. See, there is some more here. I will just copy it from here. I will add heading also. Paragraph example. And then what is the paragraph tag? It is P. Okay. And I will paste the content. I will save it and I will open with live server. Usually paragraph will be having more content. What I will be doing is, I will copy the same thing again and again. Okay. So that it will become large paragraph. Yesterday I gave one more example also. In real world, in the IT industry, what will happen is, once they start developing, at the time of developing, if you take any website, I will take my favorite Amazon. Now they know what they want to write it over here. Say for example, yeah, nowadays, for example, see, now they know what they have to write it over here. Just imagine, initially they won't be having any content, starting when giving this requirement, right? At that time, they will not be providing this actual text content. So at that time, while developing, what we will use dummy paragraph. Okay, just for our testing purpose. Once they give the correct content, we will just replace it. And how we can generate the dummy content, if you ask me, in the IT industry also it is valid only. You just have to do paragraph and then just type lorem. Okay, it is giving this option for you. You just have to click on enter. It created the dummy text for you. Let's verify it. I'll go here. You can see here. Now you might feel that, okay, it is very small text. My application needs some more. Then what you have to do is, you just have to lorem, and then you have to specify the number of characters required. You just have to say lorem 500 and enter. What happened? Sorry, there was a spelling mistake. That's why. Now it created 500. Now you can see, even if you do it in your when you start working, right, even if you do it in the developer website, when you're working on the real time project, if you take this example, it is valid, because even in our IT industry we will use the same thing. Okay, are you clear with this paragraph thing now? Okay, let's take notes then. Which tag we will use for creating the paragraph? Is it is p tag. P tag used to create a paragraph. If you remember this much, it's enough. Even if the interviewer asks you about this question, if you answer this much, it's enough. Okay, and then we'll just copy paste whatever we got it here. We have typed here as an example. I already shown you the real-time example, right? I showed you in the Amazon website. I think I showed you in the W3 school how we are using it. And also I will add a note regarding the shortcut. How we can generate a basic structure of HTML in VS Code? Tell me. Yes. Either you can use a tab or enter is also fine. You will get it. Okay. Any questions on this heading and paragraph tags? This one you will be using a lot. So it is very important also. I will give some time now. Just try to explore these two tags. I'm not giving much time though. Just try to explore it. And meanwhile, if anybody has any questions, you can ping in the chat box. So many people are asking about the notes. Notes will be provided in the ExcelR web application itself. In the material section, you should be able to find it out. And some people are saying how we can align header in center. Aligning and all, it will come under CSS. Please wait for that. Yes, day one notes, still it has not been updated. Today, at the end of the session, we will be updating both day one and day two notes. Metadata, it provides information about the HTML page, mostly like author information, and also there are other, we can do other settings related to the screen resolution and all. But you, for your experience, right, if you remember, it is for the author information or information about the page, that is enough. Lorem is used to add dummy text. It does not mean anything. Okay, I will start with next topic. Now what I will do is, for the same file, I will remove everything. After paragraph example, right, I will add these many spaces. I want spaces between paragraph example. I just don't need one space. I want larger space. That's why I provided more spaces over here. And also I will be creating one more header tag. Okay, header tag. And in between first heading tag and second heading tag, I want some lines. Okay. Will I be able to achieve my requirements of providing lines and spaces with this? Yes or no? Let's check it out. See, still it is taking only one, not even one line. There is no line in between. Since it is header tag, it would be having some spaces above and below. You can see for paragraph example also, even if I have not provided next line, it is taking some spaces over here. It has not even considered the extra line which I provided, and also it has not even considered the extra spaces which I provided. HTML just ignored everything. By default, HTML ignores extra white spaces. What is this white space, if you ask me? This extra lines and this extra spaces what I have provided, all these are white spaces. And HTML by default ignores extra white spaces. This is called HTML white collapsing. Collapsing means it will just ignore it, delete it, and then it will just add whatever is required. We have one space here, right? One space is enough. That's why it ignored other things. And line is not required. That's why it just ignored that one also. Okay. And if you want to add spaces in HTML, or if you want to add extra lines, we will be using special HTML elements, or yeah, special elements here. And what are those special characters? We'll see it later. Okay. Take down these notes. What is white space collapsing? If somebody asks you what is white space collapsing in HTML, what do you answer? HTML ignores extra white spaces. This is called HTML white collapsing. Clear? And also I will provide notes about dummy text we can add. Okay. We can add dummy text. Tell me. To add dummy text, type lorem. You will get lorem suggestion. Select it. That's all you have to do from VS Code. Right. And to get 50 characters or 500 characters, what we have to do? For 50 characters, you have to type lorem 50. It will give 50 characters. 50 words text, sorry. Let me correct. Clear? And then we'll see, we'll go to the next topic now. If you're familiar with any of any other programming languages, you might have seen there is an option to comment, right? And there will be different syntax for that. If you know Python, it is different, and for Java, it is different, right? And mainly, why we will add comment? If you ask me, it will help you and your colleagues why you are using this block. Say, for example, today you are working on the project and you will add some code, and later after 6 months or after 1 year maybe another colleague will come, and at that time just imagine you have quit the job and you have joined another company. They should be able to understand what you have done, right? Even if you're in the same company also, you can't ask them code by code why you have written this, why you have written this. That much in the IT industry nobody will answer. They will just explain what is the project about. That's it. Okay. So adding these comments will help your colleagues to understand why you have written this code. It can also helps in removing the code temporarily. For example, say for example, you will be doing multiple releases in your project, and first release you don't want this code to go. Okay. And in the you also know that in the next release you are going to add this code. At that time also you can use it. You can just comment the line which is not required for now, and then you can add it again. Okay. Now I'm saying so many things, and but I have not given the syntax only. The syntax is this. Why this syntax? That you should ask HTML people only. I don't have answer for that. Let me change it back. Since I will be providing this content also, I mean this files also I will be sharing. I want to keep it same. I'll just save it. I will create one more for comment. Okay. Here what I will do is I will add one header. Okay. Heading. Heading one. And let me run this file. See, it has displayed this one. And now what I will do is I will add comment. I will comment this out. What is the syntax? What is the syntax? Please ping. Now what I will do is I'll just go back. See, we're not finding this. But you know a way, right? You can just inspect your application and see. See, you can see the commented block as well. This has been commented. That's why it is not rendering here. Are you clear? I'll change the title to comment. And what is the shortcut? If you ask me, what is the shortcut? It is simple. You just have to say, in this example, it is single line, right? And you just added this one. But what if you have to add it for multiple lines? Say, for example, first you have to add here, and then you have to add here. Again, you have to keep on writing this one, right? There is a shortcut for this. Let's try to understand that shortcut. What you have to do is, instead of this, you have to select this one and do control and backslash. You can try in your editor as well. You just have to do control plus backslash. This will add a comment. I will just select everything now, and I'll do control and backslash. Since we already have a comment here, understood? I will add this point as well in the notes. And whether the commented code will be displayed or not. No, correct. We'll add proper example. Okay, I will save this file and I will provide it in notes. Any doubts on this topic? Any doubts? Clear? Okay. Next, we'll go to the important tag. Okay, we'll discuss important tag. What is that if you ask me? I will go back to the websites only, because first you should understand why we are learning this. That's why I'm showing everything by taking an example. If you consider this one, you can see so many images, right? Don't you think you're using so many images over here? And even if you go to some other, we'll go to what? We'll go to Instagram. This itself is website, and here also we have so many seeing images, right? And I will just go click on Instagram, and you can see this images over here. Almost in almost all in any website, at least one image would be there. Do you agree? Yes. So it is very important tag. Let's see how we can add images. Okay. In order to create an image in HTML, we will be using image tag. We'll see the syntax. I will give a notes. Anchor tag is for different purpose. We will be covering that one in the next sections. Okay. And if you ask me the syntax is this. So we will be having image tag, and we will be providing this source and alt or what, whether it is content or tag attributes. Yes, these are attributes. What is the difference if you ask me? We know heading tag, right? And in between heading tag, we will provide the content, and that will be displayed in web page. Attributes in our example, say source and alt, it describes the element. So source attributes, what it represents is what is the path of an image, where exactly image is present. Alternative attribute represent the text which we have to display if we can't access the image in specified path. Say for example, I will give a wrong path. Okay. And I will give path and then I will delete the image. At that time what will happen is it will provide the alternative information. See, this image is not found, something like that we can give. You have given the wrong path, something like that we can provide it over here. And it would be called, I mean, it would be displayed only if the path is invalid. Otherwise, whatever the path we will be giving in the source attribute, that image will be shown. Okay. Let's take simple example now. I will create new file, image.html. So image, what is the tag? It is image, and then we will specify source, and then we will specify alt. Okay. As of now, I will say not found. The image is not found. Okay, you will understand now. Doctype HTML provides the version information. Somebody is asking, what is this? It provides the version information. By default, we are using HTML5 version, which is the latest one. What I will do is, I will take images of nature. I will take because I like nature. If you want something else, you can take it. What you have to do is, this image is present in which address. If you want to know means, what we have to do is just right click on this image and do copy link address. It will copy the path where this image is present. Okay. So what I will do is, I will copy this. I just copied, I just right click and copied, clicked on copy link address and just pasted whatever I copied from there. Okay. Now what I will do is, I will run this file. I'll just close the other one. It is saying it has not found this. Why? Well, let's try to understand. It might not be accessible from outside. That's why it is not coming. So I'll say copy link address. I will take another example. Hey. I'll take any of this. Somehow it is not finding the image. Let me verify why it is happening. Please give me a minute, guys. It's able to find this. Yes, it is happening because when we navigate, when we copied the link address, right, it is navigating us to the website. You can see here it's a website and it is not an image. That's why it is not rendering. And if the path is not correct, what I told you, like it will show whatever is available here in the alt attribute. As of now, the path is taking us to the website, not to the image. That's why it is giving this error saying it is not found, image is not found, it is not an image like that. See, on click of this, it is navigating to the website, not to the image. Let's take proper example, right? I'll say JPEG images specifically, and then I will copy this, copy link address. It is happening this way. It is also navigating to this. Copy image address I'll do. Yes, now it is visible. Sorry, my mistake was whenever I was copying it, I was copying the link address. So what was happening is we will be covering the link section, link in the next sections. Okay. So what was happening was when I click on this image, you can see that it is opening another website, which is not image. Correct? This is not an image, right? Because when you open this one, it is opening the website. That's why in our HTML, it was not rendering the image. It was showing not found because it is not a image. It's a website. Okay. And when I did copy image address, I copied the image address, right? Now I will paste it. Now it is rendering the image. Do you agree? Yes, that was my mistake, and due to that, it was not rendering. Now you understood, right? When if we give other than image, then alt will be shown. Whatever we are provided in the alt, it would be shown. As of now, it is valid image. That's why it is displaying this one. Understood? This is image from external sources. As you can see, it is not your local device image. We have taken image from the web. Do you agree? And if you ask me, is there any way to show the image from our local device? Yes, it is possible. We'll come back to that. Okay. First, I will provide notes for this. We'll go back to notes. And we discussed what is the difference between content and the tag attributes. Content is what would be displayed on the web page, and tag attributes describes the element. In this case, source describes the path of an image, right? And now tell me, I got so many questions like what is alt and all. After this example, can you tell me what is alt attribute will do? Yes, alternative text. That means if the path is invalid, then that would be displayed. Okay. And if you ask me, now for images, this attribute is there, source and alt. Can I apply the same attributes to H1, that is heading? No, right? So these attributes are specific to elements. Image as source and alt. Heading will be having different things. Okay. And as I explained, we can use both local path or web image address. Okay. As of now, we saw how I can display the image from the web. We'll also we are going to see how we can display it from the local path as well. Here, I want to give a few points. Okay. Image not only has two attributes. Now we saw it is having source and alt, right? It is not only having two attributes, it has other attributes also. Okay. And you need not to remember anything. Even experienced candidates will not be remembering anything. Nobody can remember all tags and their corresponding attributes. Okay. You just have to remember whenever the interviewer asks you which tag you will be used for image means you should be in a position to answer it is image tag. Okay. And you should remember the basic attributes. For image, basic attributes are source and alt. If you remember this much and if you tell the same thing in the interview, it's enough. You should follow the same approach for other tags as well. Now I am explaining image tag, and even for other tags also it is the same thing. If you just remember, for images I should use image tag, and for image tag source and alt are important, and you should be able to, you should be in a position to answer these questions. Okay. How in IT industry we work is, even I will be knowing only this much. Say I have a requirement to add image. Okay. First, what I will do is I will add basic image tag with these two attributes alone. What are these two? These two attributes, what we discussed. Source and alt. I will just add this, and after that I have to announce it, right? I can't give the code as it is. If I want to add more, what I will do is I will refer the documentations. For HTML, I will suggest W3 schools. What I will do is I will go to browser and go to W3 schools image attributes. Now you can see it has so many other options as well. I will just add whatever is required. In my case, you can see the image is small over here. I want to add more width. Width means horizontally, like how much you want to provide the size. With height means vertically. Okay. And what I will do is I will add whatever is required. I will just go through all the attributes and I will just add whatever is required. Okay. You should also do that way. My suggestion is to only remember important points. If it is image tag, for images we should use image tag, and source and alt are important. Heading means we should use h1 tag, and in between we should type the content. And if they ask you more, then you should refer the documentation. Next, I will be covering some other tags as well. For like image, we will be having video. For links, we will be having some tags. I will be explaining those things to you. Okay. And I will be covering basic tag and important attributes. You should remember only that much. And whenever you will get a requirement, you should refer the documentation and you should find out whatever you have to add. Is that clear? And this principle you should follow for other tags as well. Is that clear? Any doubts? Now I said, okay, my image is not looking good. I want to add width also. I can just add it. Width is equal to, I will say some 300 pixel or 300. What is this pixel and all? When we will be covering CSS, right? You will come to know. Okay. See, I gave more width. Now the size has been increased. Clear? Now what we will do is, now we saw how we can add images from web. Mostly in even in the real time projects, right? We will not add images from the web, because what will happen is, say now in images, in the website this image is available. What if we, what if they remove it? Do we have a control on these images? No, right? This author, like whoever has added this image, they can easily delete it. Agree? That's why it is always better idea to say your project is this one. Your entire folder is your project, and in this folder only just create one more folder for images. Okay, and I already have some images over here. What I will do is I will just add to this images folder. Okay, it's not moving. Let me move. You just have to drag and drop, it will move. Why it is not moving? I will do copy paste. I tried drag and drag, it didn't work for first one. For the second one, it worked. I don't know, somehow. Okay. Now what I will do is, the syntax would be same. Okay. Syntax would be same. What I have to do is, I have to provide the source path. See, from this file, if I have to print this first image, then what I have to do, from this one, first I have to go to images folder. Then I have to get this file, right? If from the file explorer, how you can navigate? First you have to go to images folder, and then you have to go to here, right? Similarly, in the HTML code also, you should do the same thing. First go to images, and then fetch the file. It is only giving option what are all the files available, and then I will say alt not available. Okay, and I will save this file. Let's check now. See, it has displayed. Don't worry about the alignment and all, guys. When we will be covering CSS, right, you can organize this one in a better manner. Okay, did you understand, like, do you understand how I provided this path? Say yes or no. Any doubts on this path? Yes, somebody is saying once more. What? See, now you are in image.html file. I will go to File Explorer and I will explain. Okay. So this is the editor code. See, I am inside image. I am writing the code in image.html file. Okay. And then first, in order to access the file, first I should navigate to images folder. Do you agree? Okay. So I will go to images, and from images, I can access this file. Same thing I have written over here. Okay. If you create one more folder, then what you have to do? Images, one more folder name, then first dot file name. Okay. This is the way you should access the file if you are storing it in local directory. Is that clear? For copying the image address, somebody is asking how I did. You just have to right click and then you should say copy image address, and you have to paste the same thing in the HTML code. Is that clear? I will add this example in notes as well. We'll see the next topic. Are you clear with images? Because images are very important. Somebody is asking, will the local image be available on the internet? No, your image, how I can explain you is, you will not, when you are say you are executing the code in the website, at that time, don't you think you will be providing the entire folder for running? You will not give only one HTML file. What you will do is, you will give the entire folder. So in the entire folder, images also present. So that way it will work. Okay. We'll start with the next topic. Yes. While explaining white collapsing, I was giving lines and it was not taking right. And there will be some requirements where we have to provide the line breaks. At that time, which tag we can use? Starting of the course, I gave the I gave the tag like which one we have to use. Can anybody say? Can anybody say? Yes, it is BR tag. For time being, I will remove this width property from here, because this one we will be covering in CSS while discussing CSS stuffs more. So I will just remove this and we'll go here. And somebody is asking why it was coming side by side when we displayed it. And I will be covering one more section that will explain why images came side by side, and when I displayed heading, it came line by line, right? First heading one line, second heading second line, third heading next line, like that it came, right? And for images, why it happened? Anybody in the class? Yes. So in HTML, we have two types of elements. Okay, two types of elements. One is block level element. Actually, this is advanced concept. If you want to listen, listen. Otherwise, start practicing this images things, whatever I explained just now. So I will explain this elements. I will explain this types for others. Okay. So it would be having two types of elements: block level element and inline element. Block level elements will display one after another. Okay. H1 is block level element. That's why when I displayed that one, when I created H1 tags, it displayed one by one. And images inline element. Inline element, what it will do is, when I create it, it will display side by side. Image tag is inline element. That's why it was displaying side by side. H1 element is block level element. That's why it displayed line by line. You need not to think more about it. Just understand that way. Even if you want, you can ignore this topic. Okay? It's an advanced topic. So we'll add this note, or we can add line breaks. Next, I will be covering the important tag. Okay. Before that, I want you to explore more on this image tag. Please spend some time on this. Okay. I will give 4 minutes break now. We'll start exactly at 20:15. That is 8:15. Okay. Yeah, it's 8:15 now. Can we resume? Uh, w- some people are asking why we have to use BR in image and why not an edit tag. Edit tag. Actually, BR It is irrespective of image or heading. It is used to add extra line. So you can use it with anything. Is it clear? If you want to add line, then use it. You can use it with any other tags as well. Are you clear? I said I will be covering the important topic now, that is links in HTML. I will go back to, I will take one example now. And my favorite is Amazon. See, I will take one more example, Medipati. Okay. See here, if I click on Amazon Mini TV, it opened another website. Do you agree? Right? And what I will do is, I will click on this menu and I will click on this best sellers. So you can see it is same Amazon website only, but it is showing me the different page. Okay, I showed you the two different things, activities over here. One is when I click on this Amazon Mini TV, it navigated me to the another website, that is external website. External means it is not the same website. I will open it in, it is also amazon.in only. Let's take some other example, right? I'll go to Medibuddy. What I will do is, here we can see Facebook link, Instagram link, Twitter link, blog and all. So what I will do is, I will click on this. Now it navigated me to the Facebook, right? So Medibuddy is different and Facebook is different. Do you all agree? So when I click on Facebook icon, it navigated me to the Medibuddy link. I navigated to the Facebook. So it is an external website. And in amazon.in, when I click on this bestseller, it navigated me to the another web page. Another page. In the same Amazon website, it navigated me to the another page. In this case, we will use links. Okay. When we will make use of links, if you ask me, when I want to navigate somewhere to external website like Facebook, Instagram, or anything, or from one page to another, as you saw in Amazon, I navigated from one page to another. Then I will make use of links. Understood? Okay, we will make use of links, you said. Which tag we will use? Which tag we will use to create a links in HTML? Anybody? Yes, it is a tag. A tag, we will call it as anchor tag. If in the interview, if they ask you, you should say anchor tag. Got it? What is the syntax if you ask me? Now you got to know what tag should be used. And what is the syntax if you ask me? We have to provide anchor tag and then we should add href attributes. Href attribute. In this href attribute, we will provide where it should navigate. what is the syntax to navigate to another page or navigate to different website, that I will take care. Don't worry. So just remember, we will be using anchor tag, and in href attribute we will mention where exactly it should navigate. Clear? Okay. Now what I will do is, we'll directly go to the editor and try simple way. Okay. What I will do is, I will create a new file called link.html. Okay. And here, what I will do is, I will create a simple HTML file. Okay. So link. So what is the tag for anchor tag? It's A. Okay. And then we should specify href. Here I will keep it as it is. What I will do is, navigate to Facebook. Here I want my application to navigate to Facebook when I click on this link. Now I will just save it and I'll run it. I'm clicking on this link. You can see nothing is happening over here. Why? Why, if you ask me? Because still I have not mentioned in anything in href. That's why it is not doing anything. Agree? So now my requirement is to navigate to Facebook, right? So this is the Facebook website. What I will do is, this way I will not do. What I will do is, I will just type for Facebook, and then I will, okay, we'll just copy the facebook.com home page. Okay. And then what I have to do is, I just have to copy the path here where it should navigate. Understood? Not only Facebook path, guys, we can give anything. Even in some of the example we saw, it will display images, right? Let me go here, and then I will do copy image address. This time I'm doing it properly. What I will do is, I will say a href and the path where I want to go. In this case, it's an image url, and then go to image, I will say. Okay. What I will do is, I will come back. I'll just close this. So I will click on go to image. Why nothing is happening? Did I do anything wrong? First, we'll go to navigate to Facebook. It is working fine. Why go to image? That's not working. Sorry. Here again I did the mistake. I just have to copy link address. Image website, I'll say. Now what I will do, I'll click on this image website. Now it is taking me here. Understood? This is the way we can go to external website. So this is the flow which I explained with MediBuddy website. When I click on Facebook, it will navigate me to facebook.com website, right? Similarly, your application is also doing the same thing. When you click on this, it is navigating you to the different website. Now you understood the external resource part, right? You should be able to achieve these things now. When you click on Facebook, it should navigate to the Facebook, and it should, when you click on LinkedIn, it should navigate to LinkedIn. Are you in a position to achieve this one after explaining this one? Say yes or no. Yes. So this is an example for, we need not to keep this one. I'll just delete this one. Okay. So this is for the external links. Okay. This is for the external links. Say now, second requirement. You are in link.html file now, and you want to go to some other file. What is that some other file? We'll define it. Okay. Say, I will say this is internal links example. I will create href tag. I will create one more page called about. Okay. Here now it is nothing, because still we have not created any page called about author, we can say. And what I will do is I will create one more file called about.html. Okay. Here what I will do is I will just say it is about author, and then we'll add one image of an author as well. We'll copy any image. Okay. And then I will add some paragraph about the author. So usually how we will see, if you open any details page, right, if author will be there. If you open Wikipedia page, for example, Wikipedia of Vishweshwaraya. Say if you open this page, you can see here image will be there. Vishweshwaraya's image is here, and we will be having the heading, okay, Vishweshwaraya, and then the details about him, right? So similar way we can just create one file. Okay. What I will do now, it has been created in link.html. What I will do is about author is there, right? Here I just have to provide the file name. So in this case, it is about.html. Say for example, now about.html is in the same path, like I explained in with images, right? See, link and about are in the same path. That's why I can directly access it. Say for example, about is there in images folder. Then what I have to do, it is images / about.html. Okay, it would be like this. Since I am in the same page, I am accessing this way. Understood? Now what I will do, I will also do from about.html, we should be able to come back to the original page as well, right? So I will just create one href for anchor tag, and here I will provide link.html. So similarly, about.html, we can go back. We can go back to link.html file. I will say back to home page. Our home page is what? Link.html. Now what I will do, I will execute this one. Open with live server. See, we do have in between, I will just add a break. Okay. Anchor tag is also inline element. That's why it is showing side by side, one after another. It is not adding extra line. Okay, now I will click on about author. See, we are able to achieve this. I know it is not exactly same as Wikipedia page, but at least can you see it has this information and this has image, and then we have the paragraph, right? And if I click on back to home page, it should be able to navigate to the original file, right? Let me navigate. See, we achieved this one. This one I can give plenty of examples, guys. This one you might have seen it in so many websites. See, you already know how we can create it. Simple. Like this, you can take simple like assignment like this. Say you can create 5 anchor tags: lion, tiger, peacock, like this, 5 animals or 5 birds. And then when you click on this thing, it should open, it should say okay, lion, and then lion image and description about lion, few lines about lion. And when you come back and if you click on tiger, tiger, and then tiger image and description. So you might have seen this one also. See, if you click on bestseller, it will give some information. If you click on moves and shakers, it will give some different page, right? Same thing you can achieve it using this one. Fine. Okay, when I was checking Amazon website, I got one more thing. Now say, even if I click on this image, see, this is a link. This we already saw. This is nothing but about author link. In this thing, about, instead of about author, we have the order name, like product name. Okay. And even by clicking on this image, we are navigating here. Do you agree? Even on click of this image, we're navigating here. Right? So how we can achieve? It is so simple, guys. What you have to do is first create image tag. Okay, first create image tag. We already have one image, right? It is images slash first. So in bit, this is image as link. I will say image as link. Please observe properly. I will not repeat it. I'm not going to repeat this one later. If with this thing, you can create Amazon kind of website, simple website. When you can display some orders with the images, and when you click on that, you will show the product details, something like that you can achieve, right? So please please listen properly. I'll just add one more break here so that it would be created in next line. See, we do have this image now. I'm clicking this, nothing is happening. But what I want is, when I click on this, it should give me some information. So what I will do is, on top, instead of about author, now when you click on this about author, it is navigating. Now my requirement is, instead of about author, if I click on this image, then it should navigate. What I will be doing is, it's so simple. I will just add anchor tag over here and also href for simple. Since it is simple example, I'm taking about.html only here. If you want, you can create new file for image link. Okay, and then what I will do is, I'm just replacing about author with image tag. That's it. You're done. Only you can see, instead of text, we changed it to image. Got it? Okay. Now let's go back and see whether it is working. When you click on about author, it is working fine. Now observe properly. I'm clicking on image. See, it is navigating. This is how we can achieve image link. Okay. Image as a link. Okay. Understood? Any questions on this? Okay. Then I will give one more example, which is an advanced concept. Okay. Try to focus. Say, now you're in the, I will take one example. Okay. Before that, I will take one more example. I will create one more file, link. This time I will say link 2.html. Before that, let me copy this files in the notes. And about.html also I will copy. This is, I will give name also since we are using two HTML files. Even if I give notes also, please don't try to copy and run it. Copying it and running it will not help you. Okay. You should try to do it yourself. Try to develop a simple website. As I said, create five friends names, and then on click of each friend's name, it should give the image of your friend and his name and also his details, something like that you can do, right? It would be fun. Try it with 10 friends and develop a website. Okay. So don't copy whatever I am giving. Just take this one as a reference. If you stuck somewhere, you can go through it. And also if you have some interviews, then you can just brush these concepts and go. Okay. Now what I will do is, I created a file already. Let me create simple HTML file. Say link. What I will do is, here I will create one image. Here I will show one image. Say images first. Okay. And I will add more line breaks here. What I will do is, I will add multiple line breaks. I will just add a heading also. Image 1. Okay. And here I will add image 2. In real time also you will see this. I will show you an example also. href images second. Okay. Please bear with me for few seconds. I'm going to explain you. Somewhere something is wrong. What is that? Did I miss something? Okay, we'll see it later. See, this is simple application. If you want to access navigate to Facebook, then directly you can click on this. If you want to access about author, you can directly click on this. If you want this one, you can directly click on this, right? In some application, what will happen is, you will be having single page. Okay, open with live server. See, you will be having single page. I will just add some more line breaks now. Somehow it is not displaying. Why? Can anybody in the class try to uh, debug like why it is not working? Second one. Instead of image tag, I've taken anchor tag. That's why. Okay. Yeah, this will happen. Don't worry. So images slash second. Okay. I will add some more line breaks. In real time, what will happen is your first content will be here, and on click of this link, you will navigate to the second image position. You might have seen those kind of websites, right? When you click on contact us, it will go to the contact us section. Even though it is there in the same page, it will automatically scroll down and it will navigate here. You might have seen it, right? How they will do it? Can anybody explain how they can achieve the same thing? If you here I can understand here we do have empty content, but in real time what will be there is there will be multiple contents, and finally another content will be there. So user will get an option. Okay, if you want to go to image one, it is here. If you want to go to image two, there will be an option. How they can achieve it? As soon as you click on image two, I will create this option here, a href. Requirement is very simple. Somebody is asking for the requirement, that's why. So say on click of this image too, automatically it should point me to this one. Now I'm manually scrolling down. You can see the scroll bar here. This is scroll bar, this is vertical scroll bar. So I'm manually scrolling down to see this image too, right? But what my requirement is, as soon as I click on this image too, it should navigate here. How we can achieve this? Yes, we can use link tag for that. That is anchor tag for that. How we can achieve is, first we'll group these elements. These two elements are should be grouped, right? For grouping the elements, we will use one tag called div. We will place all these contents inside div tag in order to group the elements. Here h1 and image belongs to same section where they will explain about image 2 and we do have image. So in that case we will use div to group the elements. What is div and all, I will be explaining it in the next section. In detail I will explain. Okay, so and we have a attribute called id. Id attribute you can apply for any tags, any elements. Even you can apply it for h1, you can apply it for image, you can apply it for break, you can apply it for any tags. Okay, h1 paragraph, like that you can apply it for anything. And this id attribute should be unique. If you create same if you give same id to two elements, then it will give error. It should be unique. I will say it is second image block. Okay, and so this id uniquely identifies the element. That's why it should be unique. Okay, try to understand, you can easily get it. It should be unique value. In order to group the elements, I'm using div tag, and then I have added this id attribute to this. So in order to move to that image to navigate to image to section, what we have to do is we just have to do this ash, give ash, and then id name. Now we'll see. I will click on this. See, It is navigating automatically. I'm not using scroll bar here. I'm just clicking on this. It is navigating. Understood? I know you might not be familiar with div and id much now, but id attribute I will explain later also. Just remember, the value should be unique. It uniquely identifies the element, and div is used to group the elements. Any questions on this topic? Any questions on this topic? I will just copy this one in notes, and I will give note as well. ID attribute uniquely identifies the element, and it should be unique values. Okay, and I will be covering div in detail in the next sections. Okay, div I will be explaining in detail in the next section. In tomorrow's class, I will be explaining. Are you clear? Okay, and you should only remember that id can be applied to any tags, and if you give same id, let me copy and give it to the h1 as well, then we'll see what will happen. If as of now it is not in strict mode, that's why it is not giving any error. But you should never do this. Id should be unique value. Okay, any doubts about links? Because this is very important. If you consider any application, we will use links. You can see it over here. See, all these things are links only. Somebody is asking how we can provide extra space. That I will be covering in the next section. We have a separate topic for this. Okay. Anything you want me to include in day 2 notes? Let's quickly recap because it's already 8:48. We discussed about headings in HTML. We have 6 headings, H1 to H6. And then we discussed about paragraphs. We use paragraph tag for this. And then in VS Code, in order to get the basic structure of HTML, we should use this syntax. And then we talked about white space collapsing, and we saw how we can comment in HTML, and we talked about images, and we talked about line breaks and links in HTML we talked. So in images we covered both local image as well as web address image, and also in links we talked about external links, internal links, and also image as link. And then we also talked about how we can scroll to the specific position using id attribute. Any questions on this? You want me to include anything in the notes? Anything extra you want me to include? I think almost everything I have given in the notes, and I will be sharing the code as well. Today's assignment would be try to create these kind of links you can select any topic, your friends or your favorite role model, or anything, cricket stars or anything you can take. Create 5 to 6 links over here, and on click of this it should provide the name as well as image as well as the description. Try to do it on your own. Any questions? Arya Pandit is asking, can you please explain internal and external links in short again? Internal links within the same website, you will be going to another page. You can see amazon.in, it is amazon.in only. I will go to web series, it is amazon.in only. Starting, if you consider the URL, it is same thing. These are internal links. When you click on this link, it is in the same website, but it is in the different page. And external link is when you click on this, it will navigate to Facebook, and when you click on this, it will navigate to LinkedIn. Got it? And also there is one more thing, guys. So in from the medibuddy, when you click on this LinkedIn, it didn't it opened new tab and then opened, right? And in our case, if I consider a link, if I click on this, it is opening in the same tab. Agree? Yes. By default, it will open in the same tab. Okay. If you want to open it in different tab, then what you have to do is you have to set one attribute called target as blank. And this is the syntax. This you can try it on your own. You just have to set this attribute target is equal to blank. And as soon as you set this one, it will navigate to another tab. Okay. You can try this one yourself. And if you don't get it means ask me, I will show you. And we can use anchor tags for both internal and external links. And also we can use images links. Any more questions? Yes. One more person is asking, if we change now, it is JFIF extension file, right? If we change it to JPEG, whether it will work? No. Answer is no. You should provide the proper path as well as the proper extension. Then only it will work. Okay. Any questions? It's we do have 6 minutes more. If you can ask any questions, or if you have um, if you have any feedback, you can give it to me now. Today was the size better? Window size was better compared to yesterday? Please answer. Today for sure at the end of the session by 10, it will both day 1 and day 2 notes as well as the this files would be available in ExcelR application. We will upload. Can we give path as ID? Sorry, I didn't get your question. Can you please provide more information on that? How to add internal image? Internal image we saw, right? We just have to give the path like this. I'll just go over here. See, it is like file explorer. Say you are in this I will say you are in this file where you are writing the code. Then you have to navigate to that image, means you have to go inside images, then you can access, right? So this, like this, you have to provide the path. If you consider, somebody is asking whether images and links will open if we are offline. If it is external link or external images, or like images from web or external links like Facebook and all, it will not open if you access it offline. If it is local images or local links, like about HTML is present here only, right? It is available offline. Even if you don't have internet connection, you can access this file. So internal files, if you access offline or online, it would be available. External links or external images, if you access online, then only it would be available. Way to add target is equal to blank. As I said, target is equal to blank is attribute, tag attribute. How we will add tag attribute, I've already explained. I will explain one more time. So if you take this one, so href also tag attribute only. So what you have to do is, inside opening tag will be there, right? Inside this you have to add it. Target is equal to blank. Now we'll see how it will. We should add it in quotes. Okay. Now I'll just open with live server, and if I click on this, now it is opening in another tab. Way to add, share the VS code. Why we use HTTP in meta tag? This is to make this one is to make HTML compatible with Internet Explorer older version. You need not to know about this meta tag more now. My suggestion is just concentrate on other things. Metadata just think this way. It provides some information about the page. That's it. Any questions? Any other questions or feedback? I will stop sharing my screen. If no questions, we can end the session now. Thank you so much for attending the session. We'll discuss important topics tomorrow. Whatever we saw today, those are all basics only. Our ultimate goal is to create an application, right? Which will be having everything, whatever we are seeing in Amazon website or MediVedi website and all. Whatever is required for that, that will be covered tomorrow. It is not mandated to give doc type. It is optional. Thank you so much, guys.
Kiruna, you can wind up.
Yes.
Okay.